Let me tell you a story, Miss Shirahane. A story about a student and a teacher. Hearing this, I hold my tongue. This teacher loved her student, and because she loved her, she left. Because she wanted her to be happy. Did the teacher not reveal her feelings to Akitsu, the student? This is just a story, a dime a dozen story about a nameless student and teacher. The teacher just wanted her student to be happy, even if it didn't involve her. The kind of person she was. She truly loved her student. However, or rather because of this, she didn't want to see her student suffer. And so she headed down to the wrong path. She goes on. After the truth was revealed, the teacher left the school. She knew that she was not qualified to be a teacher. Not long after that, the student also left. And did that student leave because she learned the truth? The student was a bright girl. I'm sure she understood why the teacher had quit without saying anything to her. Imagine Akitsu-san pulling through the gates of the academy in the chill of early winter and suddenly feel unbearably sad. How much she had felt leaving everything behind. And how much Yatsura-senpai felt left alone now in an now incongruously spacious storeroom. Miss Shirahane, I must ask why you are... Let's just say it's an assignment Yatsura-senpai left for me. I could shut off with my answer. An assignment? There is an account of the incident from last year in the almanacs of the Council of Nicaea. Of course, we identified the old details had been left out. Felt it had been left for me to solve. And of course, this isn't true. But I can't tell Sister Basket I was driven to solve a case because it would provide a lead to Shion Basket. I see. Well then, yes. This is the case for my personal assignment. I don't intend to tell anyone else about it. I just wanted to know. This isn't a lie. Past everything of truth, my words chime in the air with strange clarity before fading into silence like a receding wave. It doesn't feel real. In the dimensions of the textiles room, I see two figures. The nun, reading the truth as though giving a confession, and my stepmother hovering like a ghost in the corner. I must now face reality. The cold creeping up from my soles my feet is undeniably real as a spectre of my stepmother slowly closing in on me. Just a little longer, Mayuri. I solved the mystery of Bloody Mary incident, but Yatsura-senpai had once entangled herself. In doing so, I've taken another step towards my Amitié. Filled with a sense of satisfaction, but a conflict within deep underlying feeling of desolation, I slowly close my eyes. A sense of prayer for Mayuri and for those girls who scatter like the wind like snowflakes. Lying in bed, thinking back on my exchange with Sister Basket in the textiles room, I solved a mystery that would lead me to a key to Shion Basket. I would have drawn my own conclusions, but upon hearing Sister Basket's testimony, I was able to confirm that I was right. This would lead me to Mayuri. Can't set off down a path based on nothing but supposition. Here Yatsura-senpai identifies as a culprit behind the Bloody Mary incident was Miss Karasamori, who was taught specimen preparation. She was led astray by her feelings for her cousin. Yes, this is a farewell gift out of concern for you. I'm going to tell you a bit of intel I got from an incident I investigated a year ago. That's what Yatsura-senpai said when she directed me towards the ruins of the old chapel. The truth of the incident from 1 year ago has come to light. Did Miss Karasamori hold the key to Shion Basket? No. Yatsura-senpai's amity partner, Shion Akitsu. Shioya. Left him behind when she dropped out of the academy. That led to the old chapel. You can't do anything with no pieces, but there's also a problem when you have too many. My potential theories are chaotically multitudinous. And frustration swells within me. Turning away from the ceiling onto my side, I squint into a dim room. I see. You're still trying in vain. But corner beside my desk, my stepmother speaks to me in a quiet, yet clear voice. Mayuri abandoned you. I'm losing heart. Despite finally solving mystery, Yatsushiro by left of me and digging up conclusive proof. My nerves are faltering. That's why I'm seeing her. With slow trudging footsteps, she approaches me. Nausea rears within me like a ominous grumble in distant thunder. I clench my fist in an attempt to make myself feel brave, but a stepmother was still there, moving inexorably towards me. Even worse than looking into my stepmother's face, the thought of a wicked form looming over Rika. She lay sleeping on a bunk below. I clutched at my chest and my fingernails digging into my skin, as I would have not to. Dark figure stops in her tracks and turns a hateful gaze on me. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. What? Sounds like a riddle. No, it's a quote from a conversation between Michael Corleone and Frank Pentagelli in The Godfather Part 2. As I mull over a phrase in bewilderment, she abruptly disappears. Leaving a faint crackling in my ears. What was that about? My stepmother's spectre thrown up my mind, which makes anything she says a product of my own brain. So what do those words mean? We should keep your enemies close by in order to understand their aims and motives, and better predict their next moves and discover their weaknesses. Enemies close by was a key left me by Yatsushiro-senpai. One that leads not to his deceased Sion Basquiat, but the Tulpa of Agape. Enemies, that's a strong word. But who that label apply to? No. I can't let her words mislead me. While she may have given me a clue to unravelling a Bloody Mary case, that doesn't mean she'll always lead me true. Fighting back against the nausea that threatened to well above me again, I close my eyes and try to sleep. Usually any time spent in this place will be filled with anything but fear, yet today I'm actually glad to be here. For someone like me with a crippling fear of bugs and butterflies, simply being in this specimen room is a grueling trial, but now I can be in here, my head held high. I mutter, force myself to look at a rack of specimens. My gaze travels over a shelf with wet specimens, then the dry specimens are split with a shelf of etymological specimens and taxidermy, a shelf of crystals, fossils, and other samples. The stuffed foxes and martens aren't particularly disturbing, but butterflies aside, the scabs of my nostrils beetle with their thick, shiny shells send a shiver of disgust up my spine. Suoh-san! Oh my, that's a face. Struggling to suppress the goosebumps trickling across my skin, I'm stilling myself to deal with entomological specimens when someone calls my name. I accidentally let out a little scream. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It's okay, I'm okay. Is it because of the insects? I don't want to lie to it if I can help it. Turning my back on my shelf, I nod. I thought so, that's why I suggested take the floor cleaning duty when we were dividing up the chores. She was absolutely right, but I should have. However, the chance to clean the specimen room doesn't come along every day. Since we began taking classes in specimen prep, cleaning the specimen room has been added as one of the chores on our list of post-lunch cleaning duties. Of course, since the year groups have made use of this classroom, we're taking in turns. At first years, we're taking in turns to be on duty, which means I don't have many chances to use it as cleaning as an excuse to search. Suoh-san? Yes, you're right, I should have taken the floor and you could have done the specimen cells. While it would be heavy-handed to use my power, President Council of Nicaea, we authority to get a key to the specimen room. Being fearful isn't going to help me search it in this limited window of opportunity. As much as it pains me, I decide I have to use my power as president. After a brief conflicted moment, I nod and Rika giggles. I told you so, but... Rika-san? Once you decide on something, you need to see it through to the end. So better not see any dust here when you're done. She informs me that an atonement doesn't leave room to argue. I think of a movie Sophie's Choice. Particular choice where a protagonist is forced to make. What is with Sophie's Choice? It's come up twice today, and I had lovely fish and chips yesterday from a local chippy called Sophie's Choice. I think it's a sign telling me to eat more fish and chips on Sophie's Choice. I'll happily take that choice. A choice between death or despair. I'm kidding! I just wanted to tease you a little. Right, a joke, of course. I find it hard to say if someone's joking when they say it with a straight face, so I took it at face value. I feel like my insides have been stuffed like cotton wool. This isn't just because I thought I was going to have to clean insect specimens. I felt like I was being bullied at the previous school I attended. I finished over here by the window, so I'll leave the area by the corridor to you. I finished doing distinguishing geological specimens with taxidermy. Okay, so you don't know, except for insects and wet specimens. Well then, let's get this finished up. Her chirpy smile relaxes me as I take the dustpan and brush from her. As I sweep, I notice that it started snowing outside. Big, soft white flakes. The kind of snow you only realise is falling when it comes into view. Staring at snow floating down the sky like its downy feathers, surrounded by a silent, dead, frozen in time. Feels as though time has stopped for me too. Like I've been pinned in place by a lance through my own heart. Whenever I see snowfall, rather than appreciating its beauty, instead I feel a hollow sadness. My stepbrother. Rika? Rika-san? Alerted by a sound behind me, her attention is quickly drawn back to her. Oh, sorry, no, my hand slipped. Expecting from a noise, she dropped a specimen jar. The vial, which contained a paint specimen, had smashed. A distinctive scent of formaldehyde, somewhere between paint thinner and insect repellent, fills the air. I should go get a teacher. Let's clean up first. We shouldn't leave broken glass lying around. Rika-san nods her head in agreement and warns her not to touch a shattered fragments. I go next door to the storeroom and grab a newspaper to wrap up the shards and wrap up rags to wipe up spilled formalin. After finding what I was looking for, I returned to the specimen room. Did you cut yourself? Seeing Rika clasping her finger, I tossed her finger aside and pushed over to her. Taking a hand in mine, I find blood beading from 1 centimetre gash in her right finger. Oh no! I'm sorry, I thought I'd pick out the biggest pieces and... Suoh-san? I did as my granddad once did for me and stick her finger into my mouth. I suck on it with faint metallic tang of blood fills my mouth. Don't, that's gross. Pursing my lips, I suck hard in case a sliver of glass has found its way into the wound. Oh, really, I'm fine now. I probe my finger on the tip of my tongue. It tastes coppery, so the cut must still be bleeding. I continue to suck until I no longer taste blood. Again, after another moment, I remove my lips. I think it's stopped bleeding. We should disinfect the wound so it doesn't get bacteria in it. I peer into Rika's dazed face and she stares intently back for a moment before blinking, like she's waking up from a dream. Just wait a minute, I can clean up broken glass, then we'll go straight to a nurse's office. Okay. As we with glass shards, I take Rika, who still seems like she's just awoken from a dream, by the hand and leave her to a nurse's office. The thing I want, I will never have. She and her Amitié story began with those words. She wrote candidly the anxiety she felt when she first started at Saint Angraecum Academy in the spring. A season of new beginnings. While she resolved to distance herself from her family's issues, the first time away from home, she was nervous about living in a dormitory with other girls. Feelings she spoke of were ones I shared when I started the academy. However, she wrote, but when we met beneath the cherry trees, all her worries faded at once like a receding wave. I mean, if you look at that, yeah. She went with those eyes on her like she was the only thing that mattered, found herself unable to look away of herself. She said that when she first saw her, she was like a fairy, standing there beneath the silvery light of a moon. She didn't seem real. Long black hair, skin so pale it seemed to glow. The way the moonlight played across her features that could have been carved by a sculptor. There was something ethereal about her. She laid her feelings bare, thinking back at it. Perhaps her heart was stolen right there and then. She relays their conversation that night under the cherry trees in full bloom, when I spoke for the very first time. As it was stilted, but my heart grows warm in my chest at the recollection of our meeting. Yet, her parting words were ominous. I believe it was fate that brought us together. Yet that chance meeting also led to an anguish that would tear me apart. Combined with that opening sentence, the thing I want I will never have. Those opening and closing words sent up a wave of sinister emotion in me, like a nest of many-legged insects crawling across my chest cavity. There is a story in Grimm's fairy tales called The Frog Prince. It's famous in Japan too. In the story, a princess kisses a frog in a show of gratitude, and kisses her breaks the witch's curse. The frog returns to human form and marries the princess. The real tale is not quite as pleasant and the one we're familiar with today, however. As the princess drops a golden ball into his pond, the frog prince offers to retrieve it in exchange for her friendship. Although the princess accepts his terms, she often rejects the frog prince's friendship and goes back to her castle. The story begins now as a poor little frog who ends up discarding her friends in a bid for friendship. Chapter 3. Le Voix Grenouille au Henri de Fer. The Frog Prince. Someone calls out a greeting to me, and I'm going to call out a farewell to you. Catch you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.